What should the Detroit Lions do with the number 7 overall pick? Should they trade it back? Or should they draft Jamar Chase if he's there? Should they draft a top-notch receiver? Where do they go? Because the Lions roster right now has quite a few holes in that roster. Um, two of their better receivers left, Marvin Jones and Kenny Golladay. You know, the Matthew Stafford thing, of course, that's a big thing. Um, I mean, they have Frank Ragnow. I guess that's one of the bright spots. DeAndre Swift. Maybe their running back group is a deep group with Swift, Johnson. They have a deep group, and defense has a few players that have a lot of potential. They have Julia Aquara, um, decent edge rusher, speed rusher. He's pretty good. He's pretty decent. They just signed him to a big contract this offseason. They have Jeff Okuda, who they drafted in top 5 last year, who has a traits to be a decent corner, but he really didn't show much last season. But corners don't really show out in their first year. And then you have Tracy Walker, which I'm a big fan of Tracy Walker. I think he has a lot of potential. I think Tracy Walker is a really decent safety, and I just I just think he's gonna need some help though. I mean, maybe he doesn't need the help himself, but like he's probably gonna try and make up more than what he needs to in that defense because the defense is pretty weak. Um, they do definitely have some holes, but they did also draft Derek Brown last year, but I didn't really see much from him. I didn't hear much from him at all. But D tackles don't usually get a lot of buzz at all. But I don't really know. I can't say much about him, but I'd say what I think the Lions should do is trade back. I think they should trade back maybe to Patriots. Maybe the Patriots want to jump up and maybe take Mac Jones. Um, Maybe Trey Lance is still on the board and the Falcons decide not to take him. And the Patriots maybe want to trade up to get Trey Lance. I mean, you never know what's in store, but I would honestly trade back and get a few more players that you could for that roster because the roster is depleted. Um, Maybe they draft Trey Lance and they let him sit behind Goff while they rebuild. That seems to be the new thing that has worked really well with the Chiefs. One of the prime examples is the Chiefs. They drafted Patrick Mahomes a year before they were ready to put him in, and sat behind a year. He sat behind Alex Smith for a year, and he learned for a year, and look what happened. He took off in the first year that he played. 50 touchdowns, over 4,000 yards. I mean, 5,000 yards. I mean, wow. I'm not saying Trey Lance is going to be any of that, but I mean, just an idea for them to draft a quarterback and let him sit and maybe learn a little bit while they build, so you don't throw him in there right away and he's getting hit every other play and doesn't have any weapons to throw to, and he just doesn't have a great start to his career, and that could really put a hamper on him, really, and on his confidence. So, I mean, and then there's a lot of talk about them going for Jaylen Waddle, Devante Smith, a few receiver options. I mean, not Kyle Pitts because they have T.J. Hawkinson, which is a bright spot. I mean, I I don't know. I don't think they could really go wrong with anyone besides going for Kyle Pitts. I think that's one spot they could go wrong. I mean, still, actually, Kyle Pitts may be an okay fit because Kyle Pitts can really play receiver. If the Lions really wanted to make it easy on Jared Goff, draft Pitts. Now, I'm not sure if he's gonna make it this far, but if he does, draft Pitts and then two give a big weapon to Goff. You know, two really solid weapons at tight end, and then I don't know, maybe a receiver you draft Jamar Chase, Jaylen Waddle, like I said before, Devante Smith. It's just up in the air. It's really hard to predict because they have so many spots, they have so many holes. But if you ask me, what I would personally do, I would trade back and get more picks and just get more players in the building and try to find a diamond in the rough maybe and see what they could do. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you Lions fans think. Do you think you guys should draft a weapon for Goff? Do you think you guys should draft Trey Lance and let him sit behind Goff if he makes it this far? Or even how would you feel if Trey Lance didn't make it this far and then you took Mac Jones? How would you feel about that? Um, Anyone on defense you guys would be interested at number 7? I mean, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. He would maybe be a solid pick. He's probably the best coverage linebacker in this draft, so I think he would be a decent pick for the Lions. But I guess we will have to see. Only time will tell, right? So let me know what you Lions fans think the Lions should do in the draft. Should they trade back, draft a weapon, draft someone on defense? Let me know what you guys think. And this is it for this video. I thank you guys for watching, and I'll talk to you next time.